Hello and welcome back. I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Thank God I was streaming because Twitch immediately pointed out that, hey, you probably didn't mean to build galleys, right? Thanks, guys. So we canceled that and swapped them over to light ships. It's easy to get distracted. A couple things that I forgot also to do between the last now and 15 minutes is that even though I want to rush for Admin Tech 5, I want to also get my stability to at least level 1 so that we can try to get our prosperity built up in the capital state and stuff. Next is we need to also do the interactions with the clergy now that they are here. We're going to demand 150 admin points for them. We'll lose some yearly papal influence, theoretically. That's okay. I wonder if it's worth trying to go even higher. Nah. Nah. So let them recover towards 50% loyalty for a while. The nobles are fine where they are. And then with the burghers, we do need to give them some land. In particular, the clergy need to give this province back at some point. Kind of thinking that I will grant this to the clergy so that we can get them converted. And then up here, can we revoke Porto now without making them super disloyal? This will decrease their loyalty by 30 now. Somehow this is worth 30 loyalty. Are you serious? That's a lot of loyalty. Wasn't it like 9% a second ago? Or I don't think it was that much. Maybe I just misread it. I don't know. Theoretical conversion speed here is still negative because the clergy aren't loyal and we don't have the state edict on, which reminds me, I also never did state edicts. We definitely want to put on trade power edict here. And in this state, Porto is currently only a level 1 port, but it does have the estuary, so we have 15 raw trade power here. We can turn on the state edict and get half of that, so an extra 7.5 provincial trade power at the cost of 0.8 ducats. That doesn't seem worth it to me. Probably. Okay, I would like to get them loyal, get that click out of the way. I'd also like to somehow get their influence up. We could give the burghers, if I upgrade the development in like this province to 10, then Madeira is actually a province that can be assigned to the burghers. That will cost quite a bit. Also, does it make sense to start trying to protect trade in Safi yet? 3.5 ducats there at 160 versus Sevilla at 8 ducats. Yeah. Might make sense to protect a little bit in Safi. Not a huge amount of the ships, but some. Also, I never established embargoes. I didn't insult rivals. There's a bunch of stuff we could do. So... And also, I checked to see if we spawned a cardinal, and we did earn a cardinal in Porto. We got lucky with that next annual tick, so we can now spend papal influence. We have a 100% chance of becoming the Curie controller if the current pope dies. Cross our fingers, maybe that'll happen. Only losing 0.58 ducats a month now. The money that comes out from Tunis is also almost all going the direction we want, so Tunis might be a good node to steer from, but Safi's better right now. Okay, I actually can't fabricate on Tlemcen yet. We also want to try to get as many of the splendor points coming in as possible so we can get that early Portuguese colonial growth. So we need to get a large city. We need to humiliate one of our rivals. If we can, if Castile doesn't call me into a war, I'll probably try to declare on Morocco and then humiliate Granada as a separate piece. Get everything accomplished pretty early on. Let us appoint a local noble instead. Apparently Poland's going for the 666 local instead of having a union over Lithuania. I think that's always a mistake, personally. It just said on stream that subject trust can raise above 50 and affects liberty desire. Yeah, it does. It should have probably always worked that way, because that's what the tooltip said, but yes. Now every year on the January tick, your subjects will gain 1 trust. That's kind of nice. Let's fabricate on Granada as well. That's more ships popping out. Trade in Safi. We only have 32% control here right now. Some of the ships are still protecting from pirates, I believe, which is right. We will just lose prestige because we need to get to Admin Tech 5 as soon as possible. Hopefully we get some innovativeness out of the deal as well. And I'm strongly considering revoking this from the clergy anyway. Even if they're upset. Turn right around, give it to the burghers. This is a new mechanic in Dharma. When you revoke a province from an estate, it resets the autonomy to 25% higher than it was. So if you have an autonomy floor of 25 and it's at 25, giving it to a different estate takes the autonomy up by 25%. Local power vacuum will also persist as long as there's no estate assigned. So next month, this will go away and our unrest will actually be negative. But I think I will still lower autonomy here. Back down to 25. That's costing me some cash now. Having the clergy to be disloyal. That's fine though. We need that trade power. It's worth 14.8% of the provinces now. Denmark has inherited the whole the thing of Holstein. Let's raise maintenance because we're coming up on a potential war deck in January, and it takes quite a while to recover our morale. We only recover a little bit, like 5 months or so to get to full. And it looks like Castile's just going to let us be the shot caller for this first war. Alright, I'm going to gather... Beginning of next month, I'm going to gather the whole navy. To keep them from getting killed. Scotland cedes East March and West March to England. It's like England's separate piece to Scotland while they're at war with France. Okay, all these ships are going to protect trade in Sevilla for now as one fleet. That does mean we're risking potentially getting... I'll have 2 fleets. I want to make sure that we don't lose our prosperity due to getting raided. But I'm also worried about my ships getting picked off. Morocco usually has a heavy or 2. He's got 2 heavies right now. So if he picks off some heavies, or some of the transport... Light ships, jeez. I'll be upset. Alright, Regency ends in January 15th. Let's go to January 15th now. Why not explore? Because it doesn't matter. There's no reason to explore at the start of the game. Sure, you start with an explorer, but it doesn't matter. Global settler increase... Sorry, that's not it. Colonial range is only 160, which means that you can find like 2 provinces. There's just no point. Finding them doesn't do anything. You might as well wait until you have the tech required to actually find things. Arumba, what do you think is a better age bonus? The Portugal one or the +3 dev for colonies? In the early game, I would probably go for the +50. You're gonna go for both, but if I had to choose one over the other, I would take the 50 global settler increase. Because that way, if you have the economy to run more than 1 or 2 or 3 colonies, that is the primary deciding factor for how quickly a colony finishes. If it has no colonist, it's just based on annual growth. And the more colonies you have, the faster or more frequently you're going to get events that give you plus settlers. Immoral prices. Burghers gain influence and loyalty, and have 11 peasants rise up in Porto. Or we lose ducats and still have them gain influence and loyalty. Yeah, I'm going to do that. If we have to take out a loan, I'm okay with that. Well, I'd rather not have a specific loan, but let's grant an admiralship. Let's also Hire this guy as well. And then let's demand 150 diplo points and a bunch of ducats to pay for that. Spend some of that money to make the clergy loyal sooner. Also, I completely forgot still to embargo my rivals and stuff. Easy to get distracted. Let's come back from Granada for a moment. Plan speed 3 here. Disasters no longer happen at 80%. Now you have to take them all the way to 100% before that problem happens. If you're wondering why I'm willing to go so high on that stuff. All right, so our rivals are Granada, who we have a truce with until 49. So we can't embargo them until we're at war, but we can embargo Morocco. And we can embargo the other rival, which was Tlemcen. And then as long as we have the, well, we need to have positive prestige to do a scornful insult, but picked up a 1-4-1-2 guy. I'm going to keep the explorer. I don't want to pay the military points. Let's just fire that guy. Just wanted the influence. Alright, looks like February 1st, we're going to declare. There's our ruler, and hopefully we get the event popping up soon, saying we have more diplo points than it thinks we do. Alright, I want to send an insult. I think I'm going to wait till March 1st to actually do the war deck. We are in danger of a personal union. If we were to die right now, there would be a succession war between England and Burgundy. Alright, fair enough. Educated king, gain 2 diplo. Awesome. Send a regular insult over here. Instead of a scornful one. Now, I'm actually considering focusing on admin now, because the thing that delays our ability to colonize is actually getting to admin tech 5, not necessarily having enough diplo points. I mean, I could leave it focused on dip. I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll leave it focused on dip. I want to power through the whole idea group pretty quick. So I guess that's going to be fine. And here, March 1st, we're now going to gather our navy, not including transports. Have them all head in one location. Not going to declare right on the 1st because I'm a little worried about the navy. But now that the navy's here, we've got some ships from Morocco. Castile is also here. All right, we should be good to declare. Castile will come in on a promise of territory. That's fine. We declare conquest. Jolof will join the war. Well, that's actually great, because Jolof, I believe, is they're within colonial range at the start of the game. We might be able to demand something from Jolof. Interesting. Okay, Castile joins the war tomorrow, which means that his fleet will help out with that battle there, and then my fleet's on its way over as well. These guys are going to go to hunting pirates in Sevilla now. This guy's going to go here. We're going to take Earl of Avranches there, get Gibraltar occupied, make sure that Castile can't do any of these occupations, so that I can get the humiliate off. Still mothball the fort in the capital. Apparently Castile's fleet managed to get out before he accepted the call. No, he didn't. Never mind. I just misread it. Let's also start spying on Granada again, so that we can have more siege ability against his capital. This whole fleet's just going to hunt pirates until we know for sure that their navy is dead. We'll lose a little bit of cash to do that, but that's alright. Going to be a battle here unless my navy can blockade it. They arrive on the 31st. We can be to here on the 25th, so we can make it there in time to stop the crossing. Not privateer. Hunt pirates in Sevilla, please. Which means that you are moving to here on the first. You should get stack wiped by the 1 stack. I'm kind of tempted to let Morocco cross. Once I know for sure that like my army's in the right position and stuff. Stack wipe, please. Oh, he actually got the morale tick. Which means that my 1 stack has to fight. But they are the defender. I don't know if they're going to hold out well enough or not, but we have priority on this siege. That's all I really cared about for now. Let's leave the crossing path open so that if they try to retreat, we can still get them dead. Gibraltar on the 20th. Yeah, I don't know if this 1 stack's actually going to be able to hold out. Nope. That was weird. Alright, interesting. The fact that they were allowed to retreat was very strange to me. Like, you can get the morale recovery tick that day. Okay, we'll just take another fight here. Let's shift consolidate so we can keep our income alright. Keep the fleet mostly doing this. I think Castile's not going to let him cross now. Main goal is to get the early humiliate right now. That's all that really matters. And of course, the vile pirates of Tlemcen have raided the coast of Beja. God damn it. I mean, I have them on hunting pirates, and yet because they're in port, they're not hunting pirates. God damn it. See, I knew they were going to do it. You bastards. What you are. I'm going to justify trade conflict against Tlemcen and go murder him in that case soon. So Beja, we need that fort back on now to get rid of the devastation, otherwise we can't build up prosperity. Raiding is just so annoying. I'm gonna let this guy cross now, I guess. You can invest in new technology, Diplotech. Even though we want to try to do diplomatic idea group really early on, I think taking early tech and getting to Tech 7 is another great thing to get. Also, we want the marketplace anyway. We'll just take the tech. 6 years ahead of time on Diplotech is going to give us a lot of cash. Go ahead and cross, buddy. And then my fleet just decided to stop letting them cross again. Come on, Castile, get down here. Gotta fight Morocco soon. No, Castile, let him cross. Let him cross! You dummy. Either that or we could try to cross and just relieve the siege of Ceuta, which is defensive terrain anyway. We'll see. I guess for now I'm gonna take a quick break, and in the next episode we'll decide what we're gonna do about getting through to Ceuta. So, all right, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you again soon.